Hello, I am Minecraft Phenom 08, and this is episode 35 of my series in which I will try to collect a billion iron ingots. In today's episode, I'm going to set up a couple ore processing, or I guess one of them is ore processing, the other is depleted fuel rod processing. But first, we are going to look at some iron ore processing. Currently, I have it going into this system right here, which is my general ore processing system, and it's worked pretty well up until now. And heck, even at this point, it's working pretty well. But the thing is, I'm starting to make a lot of iron, and that's kind of crowding out everything else. As we see right here, this is a lot of stuff that's kind of taking a back seat because iron is number one right now. If we look in here, most of these are doing iron. And I shouldn't have said most because it looks like at one point it was most of these, but right now it's just like, I don't know, a little bit under half. But we need to do something about that because that's not ideal. So what we're going to do first here is say you are no longer exporting iron to this guy. So this system will no longer be taking care of the iron. Now I've set up a second story to this building, and that will be for iron processing. Currently, there's not really anything up there just quite yet, but we will be building that this episode. Before we had been using pulverizers, and then we take the pulverized iron and put them in redstone furnaces. But I think I'm going to do something a little bit different here. I think I'm going to use induction smelters, and there are a few reasons why I might use induction smelters. One of which I won't actually get to this episode just because my supply of blaze powder blaze powder and blaze rods isn't where I need it to be at this point. But if we look at iron ore and see how we can process this, we can process it in the induction smelter with sand, cinnabar, and rich slag. If we use cinnabar or rich slag, we actually get 3 ingots instead of just 2. And also, if we use the pyro concentrator with blazing pyrotheum, we can get even more. We can get 3 or 4 ingots out of each one. For right now, we are going to be going with this and this. Actually, not that and that. It'll actually be this and this right here. So let's go ahead and set up some induction smelters. And I'm not exactly sure how many. 18 looks good for right now. I'm not sure how I'm going to set these up just quite yet, but we'll get there here in a second. If we're going to be using rich slag and sand, we need to set up a way to get those up here. And so let's go ahead and we need a couple chests. Actually, not even chests. I'm not going to use chests. I'm going to use modular storage for right now. Let's see here. I don't know the best way to do this, to be honest. Okay, if we have back... We only have 2 sides for right now, which is kind of unfortunate. Okay, so we can do the back being the... That won't work. Yeah, it will. I'm going to have to be a little bit careful with this setup, but what we can do... I don't think I can do that, actually. Shoot. I'm going to come back when I figure out exactly how I need to work these, because this is actually kind of complicated. So I will be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I think I figured out a way to do this. It's not going to be the prettiest solution, but I think it'll work. What we can do is we can take out some of the induction smelters and leave gaps there to where we can put some more item duct. In the back, we will be taking in the item that we're going to be taking in the iron ore from the backside. We need to unlock the metallurgical flux slot on all of these guys. That way we can put our sand or our rich slag into the green. So I just need to, I guess, set the rest of these guys up like that. And this is going to take a few minutes, so I will be right back after I get this all set up. Okay, we are back, and I have all these machines set up how I need them. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do is set up the signalum plated impulse item ducts. And I'm going to set them up like this. And I'm actually going to set some item ducts up from the reverse side. I'm going to have to keep them separate. So I think that's good for right now. Let's grab some item ducts. And we can, and when I say item ducts, I want impulse item ducts. And I don't think we need the fluid ducts right now, but we are going to set these up, not like that. Actually, it'd be better if I do it like this. Okay, now I need to separate all these because I do not want these to connect. Okay, there we go. And I am going to have to put a bunch of filters on these guys. And I think, I don't honestly know that this is the best way to do it, but I'm going to put my filters here. Actually, yes, I'm pretty sure that this is the best way of how to do this because of me using both sand and rich slag. So let's grab some sand and let's grab some rich slag as well. So there we go. The first 4 here can be rich slag. And there's a reason why I only want 4 of them to be rich slag. It's because I might eventually run out of rich slag. Because I think I'm getting the rich slag from smelting up redstone. And at this point, I'm probably getting less redstone than I am iron. So eventually, I will run out of rich slag. Okay. And once we have all these set up, we can start working on how to get the sand and rich slag up here. Okay, we have the filters set up. Let me make sure everything's... Okay, the sand or rich slag will go here. Iron will come in from the reverse. Out the top will come what I need. Okay. So I should set up modular storage. And I actually need 2 of these guys. It's not going to be the prettiest thing in the world. But we can put one here and one here. I actually think I need one more for over here. Yeah. Okay. So that'll be the sand and the rich slag over there. So I need the final output to come. Actually, I don't need it over there at all. And I set that up. Not... I want this over here, but at the same time, it's going to get in the way of that. Actually, it doesn't have to. What I can do is set this up here. Put our impulse item ducts like so, and disconnect from there. And then I actually need a filter over here. Okay, so what will our outputs be? Need to figure that out so I can set up the filter. We will have iron ingots, rich slag. Oh shoot, that's not going to work very well. Yeah, it will. It'll work fine because I'm not going to do the rich slag. The rich slag can circulate and go back to the beginning of the system. And then we have regular slag. So I need iron ingots and slag is what I need. hopefully this will work how I want. Okay. Whitelist, iron ingots, and slag. And these should all be auto output, which actually means I will not need servos on the top side of these, which I found out like earlier tonight, to be honest. Okay, let's start routing the dense cable. Actually, it won't be dense cable, it'll be covered cable. Shoot. Don't have any made up, apparently. Yeah, I do. I have some with me. I'm glad I can see. Okay, let's run this vertically because there's a decent chance this building will keep growing taller. We can grow that, or we can run this over here. That doesn't work very well. That doesn't work well at all. I think I'm going to move one of these things. I don't know where. Let's try this. And we can run grab some item ducts here and run it like this. And then we can put our filter over here. Need a whitelist iron and slag. Iron ingots and slag. Cool. Okay, iron ingots, slag. Okay, that should work. Now I just need to run this over and down. Okay, so our import bus will go over here. And it definitely needs acceleration cards. And then I actually need a few more acceleration cards. And then I have rich slag and sand. So this guy will be rich slag. And you need those acceleration cards. And this one will be sand. Also needs acceleration cards. So sand, rich slag. Now we need to connect the item ducts up. Like so. That needs to not be there, and that needs to not be there. But otherwise, actually, let's not use that. Let's use the regular item duct here. Okay, now we need a servo, which I have actually. I need 2 servos, my bad. Servo. And these need to be always on. And these are going because I set them up wrong. Okay. Wait, how'd that go in the purple? I'm messing something up here. Because shoot, this needs to be iron ingots and the tops need to be wait, the tops are out. They all need to be the tops. Duh. I see what I'm doing wrong. So something like that. Okay, the back needs to be. Okay, now I need more refined storage. So storage. It's not even called refined. It's RF tools, modular storage. My bad. And this will be. I need export bus. with 4 of these guys and some iron ore, of which I have over 1,000 from this episode already. So that's pretty cool. We can place this on the top, iron ore. And I actually need to clean these out. The backside is where we will be getting the iron. We can do regular impulse item ducts here. That needs to be a servo. And this needs to be always on. We need to run our covered cable all the way over. Once we connect it up, hopefully we'll start getting some iron ore in there, and then we can... we're actually going to have to remove a bunch of items from our things here because I have the wrong items in half the slots because I messed up initially. But that's okay. Not everything is perfect the first time. Okay, I think it's the purple. Yeah. The purple slot is wrong. And for this servo, let's do round robin. Because if you do nearest first, the instant this first one gets anything smelted, it tries to put more in there, and it actually slows the system down if you do it that way. So let's go ahead and get the rest of this crap out of here. Now we're missing a few different things here. We need to get rid of some of this stuff. Actually, a lot of this stuff. And we need some flux duct. And then we need some conversion kits. 12 of them to be exact. And then I need some augments, and I forget what they're called. These guys, I need 12 times 4, so 48. Cool. I didn't know if I had enough slag at this point. So let's go ahead and install these guys. Did I mess up my count? Yeah, I think I did. Or I just missed this guy over here. Okay, let's start throwing in our augments. And these will just increase the secondary production down here, which is actually really good because the secondary production out of this is the rich slag, which is something we want because we use it in this very system. Okay, I think that's it for the augments. Now the last thing we need is power. And we are running that through the top here. So let's go ahead and get that ready. Like I said, we're probably going to be building up, so might as well do that now. And then, you know what? I think I'm going to do something like this so I can run this down like so. And these things should get cooking, and it looks like they are. They definitely won't be super fast, but we will be seeing some. See, look at that. And cool, that worked exactly how it should. On the automatic outputs into item ducts, you do not actually need servos. So as you can see, it's automatically outputting to this. And all of that should be coming over here, and it looks like it's working just perfectly, which is awesome. In today's episode, I managed to set up this here system, which processes iron ore, and that's all it does for right now. let's see. I have actually gone through my entire backlog of iron ore pretty quickly, so that's pretty exciting. And that's pretty much all we did this episode. Let's see here. As of right now, I have about 423,000 iron ingots, which is a great improvement over last episode, and I'm pretty excited about that. Hopefully, here in the upcoming or in the near future, we will get quite a bit more. But for right now, this is Minecraft Phenom 08, and I will see you next time.